What's up, everybody? I am Sniggenhoff, and welcome to España. We are playing Spain today. This is our second episode as being Spain. Feels good. And I was doing a little just checking around the world, and we are now the #1 great power in the world. How this is calculated is it takes your total development, and then it adds half of your subject's development, which I'm not sure where that 4 development is coming from. I don't have any subjects that I know of. This is counting like trade, the trade provinces down over here, maybe. And then it divides it by how far you are behind in tech. So I am currently completely caught up on tech because I've embraced both the Renaissance and colonialism. But for instance, Ming has not embraced the Renaissance and they haven't embraced colonialism. So they have a bunch of development, but it's being lowered by a bunch as well in terms of calculations for this. So I am the #1 great power in the whole world, and you can see where the rest of them are on the map right here. France is no longer a great power. England got their great power status back by eating up a little bit of Scotland and Ireland. Burgundy is great power. The Ottomans, Poland, and Muscovy. And there's no real great power over here in Central Europe at the moment. Austria sometimes ends up being a great power, especially if they get a personal union over Hungary. So kind of a power vacuum a bit right here that we are hoping to fill. So on the last episode, we went to war with Savoy and France and basically kicked the crap out of them. It's going to be finishing up here soon. We're going to take a few provinces that we're going to have to leave as territories until we get more state slots, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes. And then once we get that done, we may be kind of done conquering things, except for maybe a little bit of Morocco for a little while. And once again, the AI is sending its army to siege down completely unimportant provinces while we siege down their core territory. Also, you remember how I went through and had to delete a bunch of boats and men because I didn't have enough slots for them? Yeah, it's because I didn't make the states. Because now I have just tons and tons of slots for things. So I just killed a bunch of men for literally no reason, which is great. I still don't want either of these missions. This requires me to fight Tunis, which requires me to fight the Ottomans. Maybe I could threaten war over it, but so far no one's been willing to take my threat seriously. Peasants are rising up over here in Savoy. And normally I would try to ignore them, but they are in a province that I want to conquer. So I'm probably going to have to go chase them away. Unfortunately, it's just throwing away some of my manpower for no reason. Whatever peace deal you want to give me, I do not want. I kind of want to get Venice out of the war first. And they don't want out quite yet. Hopefully once these provinces get sieged down, they will be a bit more willing to play ball. Probably not going to happen because we're hopefully not going to have time before we get the achievement done. But I would like to ring in the whole Western Mediterranean, just own the whole coast all the way through here. But that's a story for another day and likely another playthrough. Hopefully we won't have to get that strong to become the Holy Roman Emperor. The Holy Roman Emperor just died, actually, and a new guy was elected. And hopefully we will be able to get our son in power before it comes time for the next guy to be elected. Doesn't look like anybody else. Oh, Scotland became reformed, so they spawned a center of reformation up there, but there's no one else has become reformed, so there's still one center of reformation that could spawn, but if no one else converts, it just won't spawn, which would be interesting. Super weak Protestant Reformation, this one in particular, that is. Once I get one of these sieges done, Venice is probably going to want it out. Maybe not for money, but just you go your way, we'll go our way, call it even. Siege of Genoa's over. We can actually take diplomatic tech. Try to get caught up on that a little bit. As a matter of fact, I wonder if I should focus Diplo right now. Although I could just focus admin, because I am doing an administrative idea group. Probably makes a lot more sense. I probably need to get used to having a low amount of diplomatic points, because this guy is only at a 1. But thankfully it's the least important of the 3 most of the time. And once this war's over, I'm going to need to refigure out all my armies and navies. Nope, still no white peace. They're almost there. Once this falls, they'll want out. What else? First of all, I could be using my diplomats to much better effect than I am right now. Also, so right now, it shows all these guys at negative 1,000 and change for how much they don't want to vote for me. When I stop being a female, this negative 1,000 is going to fall off. So the people who are at like 1,087 and 1,083, they're the ones who are going to be more likely to want to vote for me than the guys who are like 1,200. And what I'm going to need to do is turn probably 4 of them against, like, not against them, Emperor, but like from voting for Brandenburg, and likely Brandenburg is going to continue voting for himself, so it has to be another 4 of them. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, improve relations with Genoa sounds like a great mission, especially if they're just here and I could vassalize them. Ooh, I could vassalize them and then feed all this land back to them. That would be delicious. And then suck it up and then have Genoa. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back. And let's go ahead and pull these guys back. I believe that's all my armies. I have a navy over here. My burghers somehow have jumped way up in influence. And by way up, I mean just by 3 probably, because that's how much they were away from being above 80% last time. We have something falling off in 5 years. Did you finish that siege? Yes, you did. Hey, Venice, you want out? Yes. You willing to give me money? Yes. Ooh, you're willing to give me money. Good lord. That sounds like a great deal. Go about your merry way. And then finally, we will take what we want from Savoy. Check the, oh, people are mad at me now. They weren't this mad at me earlier. Aw, that's sad. I can't take as much as I thought I was going to be able to take. Is it because I stopped becoming... Why is it... I mean... Listen. It's still an excommunication war. Why am I not getting anything for 0 dip? %, aggressive expansion, 125% of prestige, and 100% cost. For core revocation, core return, liberation of vassals, liberation of countries. I don't know what happened. Something weird happened, though. No, I can't turn them into a vassal. Because before, it definitely showed that if I took all 4 of these, there was only like 2 people who were mad at me. And I wasn't paying any dip for it. So maybe they stopped being excommunicated or something like that. I'm just going to take these 2 provinces. Those are the 2 I was going for. A little sad I couldn't take everything, but whatever. It's fine. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Alright, so that gives us what we were looking for there. We have too few rivals. We can re-rival France for some reason. They stopped being a valid rival, and they're back to being a valid rival. And we're never going to fight them, but we'll just go ahead and rival Muscovy for the power projection, I guess. Issue an embargo over here. I also need to core. Jeez. That is expensive. That is very expensive. Are these already part of a state? That would be great if they were. They are. But that one is. That one is. So I had to pay the full. It's a 28 development province. So I had to pay the full price for it. Now, let me unfund my army. And let me figure out my army. So if I'm going with the 12, 4, and 3, look, I need one more infantry, or one more cannon in this army. I can pull these two out, send them over there. Stop. And no, you come over here. Is this all infantry? It is not. We have some cavalry here. We have even one more cavalry than we need. Pull one cav off here. Sweet. Excellent minister. 50 admin, 25 papal influence, and 2 skill theologian. That is 50% cheaper for me to employ. That's fantastic. I have negative diplomatic points right now. That's less than fantastic. So, get that up to 12. And do that. You may not have military access. I'm a juvenile. So we have the event, the Fuggers. The Fuggers were a peasant family of weavers from Augsburg during the 15th century who rose through transactions in money to the bankers of the Habsburg and the popes. Jacob Fugger, the rich, financed Charles V's wars and election to the empire. Charles V's wars and election to the empire controlled European lead, silver, and copper production, and obtained a monopoly in quicksilver. Anton Fugger had trading concessions in Chile, Peru, and Moscow. However, the company declined by the end of the 16th century because of state bankruptcies in Spain, family conflicts, and lack of interest on the part of the heirs. So, we can either let the Fuggers run our finances and get -1 interest per annum till my queen dies, or gain 5 legitimacy, turn the Fuggers off or down. I don't believe I have any interest because I have no loans, but I also don't need the legitimacy. So just in case I do take loans, I'll go ahead and let the Fuggers run our finances. Let the Fuggers run wild. I am a 5-year-old boy, just in case you were wondering. So I built up another army here, and then how much? So I don't have enough to build a third. Also, where? Oh, I know where those. That is down over here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and disband this cavalry. I don't really have much use for it, and go with that. As for boats, you guys, or by you guys, you go protect trade in Sevilla, and then I have room for probably a bunch more boats. 29 more boats, to be exact. And we will just build as many as we can afford into this trade fleet. And go with that. Clergy and nobility both want a little bit more land, which we will kind of begrudgingly give them. Where is some not so great province? 334. Do it like that. I also need to keep an eye on these guys. Make sure they don't go off. They're at 20% right now. 21%. And let's unappoint these generals because they have more of a chance to die if they are appointed leader of a army, which seems silly. And I need to build a few more boats. 3 more boats. All right. So we're kind of just waiting on our queen to die at the moment. Also, I have a bunch of free diplomats. Let's make the rounds again, improving with all of the electors. I could abdicate the queen, but that probably won't matter. I don't want to lose the legitimacy or the prestige, because the prestige is going to be helpful in getting me elected, and also I just don't want to do it. Tensions between nobles and clergy. We've already had this event before, so either the Pope hates us and the clergy loses 10 loyalty, or the nobility hates us more. We're going to have the Pope hate us, because the clergy isn't going to fall below 40%. And then that gives us a event we could take. It gives us 10 prestige. Catholicism gains reform desire, but it's already reformed. Portugal hates us, France hates us, Genoa hates us, Savoy hates us, Burgundy hates us, Switzerland hates us, and the Papal State hates us even more. But we get -1 national unrest, -10 stability cost, plus 0.5 yearly prestige, and -10 papal influence, yearly papal influence for the rest of the game. Which I don't know how much papal influence we're getting a year right now. Not a lot. I'm going to take the Diplo rep this time, because hopefully I'll be using that to get elected. So I can make all these Catholic countries hate me, including Genoa, who is currently our mission. Who is currently the mission we have to get them to like us. They're not going to like us. I kind of like it, because this is all the negatives, other than the yearly papal influence, are temporary. But we get a bunch of permanent bonuses. So I'm going to take it, and we're going to cancel this mission. And then I can pass the Dissolution of Monasteries Act to get plus 6% national tax modifier for the rest of the game. Yes, please. More stability cost modifier, but again, should be fine. We're back to positive diplomatic power, so that's good. We're almost at 100 prestige. Pretty high in power projection as well. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's improve with Mainz. Nope, we're already improving with Mainz. Improve with the Palatinate and Saxony. Oh, and then this is where the last Reform Center spawned. So there's your Reformation. A one down here that is doing so much nothing. This one over here that's actually doing some stuff. This Reform Center is doing some stuff. This converted all of England, essentially. But then 2 Reform Centers like right next to each other. It's going to be a pretty weak Reformation when it all comes said and done. And we can go back to building buildings. I'm currently at my manpower cap. No, I'm pretty low beneath my manpower cap. Our colony finished, so we'll just keep on going up the coast here. So I can build more barracks. I can also build more churches to get my tax modifier up. There's probably actually a few places I want to build marketplaces in. There's one in both of those. There's one there. I don't own Lyonnais. Huh? I don't think so. How much money am I making right now? So much ducats. I do get a bunch of bonus taxes from my idea group, so I'm going to go ahead and build churches. Try to get some extra money. And we will convert Bafeda. And we will add this to the Trade League. I'm not going to add this one yet, because if you do, you can't convert. So I'm going to convert first and then add it to the trade company. Didn't I have a half price guy who was a +2? Yeah, this guy. So the half price +2 guys are a lot better, because instead of you're paying 1 for 1 again with a half price guy. So I'll go ahead and take him. And another national decision available. +1 national unrest, but also +1 missionary strength for the rest of the game. I'm not going to take that for now. I don't think I need the missionary strength all that much. Nothing that I'm taking right now will require a bunch of missionary strength. And we kind of just need our queen to die so we can figure out the rest of it. Probably once our queen dies, we'll start allying electors in the Holy Roman Empire. I have 3 slots available right now. And I may go over that, or I may dump Portugal as an and ally 4 of them, and hopefully make those 4 into the people who vote for me, essentially. So that's the plan. Hopefully it should all be coming together very soon, and we will get this achievement all locked up. But that's going to have to happen in a future video, because this is the end of this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to leave a like down in the description below. And no, you leave a like you leave a like at the thumbs up. You leave a comment in the description. Get your head on straight, Nick. Subscribe to the channel to see when I post new videos, and leave a comment. Tell me about the Finland conspiracy. And if you guys don't know about the Finland conspiracy, that's a fun little read. There are people on the internet who believe that Finland literally does not exist, that it's just a patch of open ocean that the nations of the world have made up so that Japan and Russia can fish there. So there's a fun fact. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you later.